Like many pro racers, Jake Lewis was winning races and championships back in grade school. And he's got some pointers on that topic, as you'll see. Today he races the MotoAmerica Superbike Championship aboard the M4 X-Star Suzuki GSX-R 1000.
All right, Mr. Lewis.
All right.
A little weight in the front might help. I said, all right.
All right, we got 13 minutes left. I'm going to do the tires on it. All right, give me the rear, Grant.
He's not fast enough.
No, nah.
It's in there. We're good. Don't worry. Awesome.
He does like 140s around here.
We're here at Laguna Seca. Turn 6 is a very unique turn because it has the bump in that center. How do you negotiate that?
For one, you know, it's the way you get in there. That's one of the corners that's kind of hard to judge how deep you really can go, because it's a really fast corner and you can carry a lot of speed through there, but also you don't want to get in there too fast because it's a corner where you're accelerating up the hill. So it's important to hit your apex and get on the gas early to get up on the rumble strip on the outside.
So do you on the gas before the dip?
Yes, yeah.
And don't go through the dip off the gas?
No. I've seen quite a few people crash going through there on the dip, so it's important to get back to the gas as soon as you can, because I mean, like I said, you got a long hill to go up to the corkscrew.
Is it one of the major places to make time?
Honestly, not really, because it's one of the places where you want to be patient going in just to focus on your run out. So there's not a lot of time to be made, but you can lose a lot of time if you're late back to the gas, because it affects your whole drive up towards the corkscrew.
So where around here do you make the most time?
Mainly just stringing everything together. You got to have a good flow around this track. It's a track that you want to be somewhat patient on the brakes, but it does have some good braking zones, but really focusing on your exits, because even though the straightaways are short, they're still pretty fast and you're coming onto them with some speed, so it's important not to really rush into the corners.
The rear brake, your friend, your foe, or you don't even know it's there?
No, I actually use the rear brake some, not a lot, even though I grew up on dirt track. Even on 600s in my whole career road racing, I didn't use the rear brake, but definitely use it quite a bit now on the big bike. 3-4 turns and then coming on the front straightaway a little bit, so definitely a little bit my friend.
Are you dragging it on the gas, or are you using it to help the engine brake?
A little bit of both, because there's some corners, you know, where the rear brake can help take some weight off the front, and you can helps the bike carve into the corners, and then also on the exits you want to be on it so your bike doesn't really come out of the last corner.
You did 125s, 600s. How has your riding style changed from then to the big bike? Any major changes?
I wouldn't say riding style really has changed a lot. You know, obviously you have to ride different bikes a different way, and you have to figure out what works for that bike. But I mean, 125, you know, obviously you want to carry a lot of corner speed. 600s, and when you first jump on the 600, you're like, well, this thing's really fast, and it's kind of replicates a 125, because on a 600 you can carry a lot of corner speed. But the big bikes, you know, you definitely have to ride them quite a bit different than the 600. You don't want to be on the side of the tower a lot, and you want to kind of more of a point and shoot type of riding style, just to get the use of the power. So I mean, as far as riding style, not really a whole lot. I mean, obviously I've gotten taller over the years and had to kind of adjust to that.
You know, some people lower bikes to get their feet on the floor. Is your bike raised a little bit to accommodate your limits?
I mean, a little bit, not a whole lot, but definitely with me being taller, you know, definitely have to drop the foot pegs and make the handlebars a little bit extended compared to the normal guys. But still, I mean, I drag some stuff on the bike, and they have to make sure to show me where I'm doing it at each track.
Lastly, Nobi. Nobi's here. Do you see him that much anymore, or only when he comes over here? Do you go party with him in Japan, or what?
No, actually, it's funny. I saw Nobi at Utah at the last round, and I mean, I see Nobi, I think, once or twice every year because he comes to the races, but at the last round, I spent quite a few minutes talking to him and catching up. You know, it's really cool to catch up with him because, I mean, he kind of helped my career a lot when I was riding USGPRU and on 125s, and you know how Nobi is. He's just quiet, and he's a really nice guy to talk to, and now he comes up to about chest high, and I have a respect for Nobi, and I think he has respect for me because he knows how good I am on a motorcycle, and I knew how good he was on a motorcycle, and it's good to catch up with him. When I rode for Spiros and Nobi's team, that was like one of the most professional teams I had rode with, and I was only 13 or 14 years old, so everything was really put together well, and everything was so structured, and I think that kind of helped me when I turned pro. And Nobi and Spiros always told me just study everything to keep your mind sharp for racing, and someone with his experience and that age helping me when I was young, that helped a lot.